Well, it's day 6 of the U.S. federal government partial shutdown, and still there's no sign of an immediate resolution. I must say that the shutdown has had modest impact on financial markets. Hello to Morning Live viewers and welcome to Bottom Line. I'm Tshepo Mongoai. Every morning this time we review markets and look ahead. If there's one phrase that was used repeatedly by market analysts last week, it was shrugged off, meaning that markets and investors chose to ignore something. Now, markets shrugged off the U.S. government shutdown. In fact, it reached record highs. Now, let's take a look at what really transpired in the week. Major U.S. stocks indices, including the S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and Nasdaq have continued to register massive gains despite the political impasse. And here at home, the JSE also had a good week. The local bourse finished the week at a new time high of 109,778, up 1.5% on Friday. On the fixed income markets, we saw a decline in yield. In U.S. government bonds, we've also seen those yields falling. Let's just take a look. And at those fixed income markets, the 10-year U.S. Treasury note yield was down 4.12% on Friday, suggesting increased demands as investors sought the relative safety of government bonds. This after touching 4.59% back in May. So there's a bit of mixed signal here. Markets are rallying, but there is a looming fear factor as bonds continue to gain favor. Now, let's take a look at the South African bond market. So the yields on our 10-year paper have also been coming down after their steep rise during the U.S. Liberations Day, coming from 11.13% seen on the 7th of April to the current 9.18%. Also, gold performance reflects the current uncertainty in the financial markets. Let's take a look at that yellow metal, which has extended its rally, hitting a new all-time highs, driven by the safe haven demand increased by the partial U.S. government shutdown and, of course, the weaker U.S. dollar. For now, we turn our focus on trading, and we are joined virtually by Hardus Van Pletsen, is the CEO of QuickTrade, to share his journey. Hardus, thank you very much for joining us and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for the invite. It's fantastic to be here.
Tell us a little bit about QuickTrade. What are you all about?
QuickTrade's a broker. We help people to open a trading account, fund their account, and trade the financial markets for profit. That's what we do.
Hardus, you're also the founder of the Stock Market College, and you've been in the local CFD market for quite some time. What would you say has changed in the space in the past 10 years?
I think many things have changed. The most important thing is that the South African public has become so much more educated and informed about the financial markets. I think 10 years ago, people heard that you could make money from the stock exchange. They didn't really understand it. They didn't really know much. But what we're very pleased to see now is that the thousands of clients that we have, people are a lot more educated. They're a lot more aware. They are making profits a lot more consistently. When you have the right kind of broker and you have the correct platform that you're using, it becomes much easier for the man in the street to take his money, start trading, and make some extra cash. And we're very pleased to say that in the last 12 years, we've gained more than 220,000 clients, and the majority of these people are trading successfully.
The Stock Market College was quite aggressive in its early days, if I recall very well, in terms of its marketing. I mean, it was really on your face. Any lesson learned in this particular space?
Yes, absolutely. The big lesson that's come out of it is that the South African public are desperate for education. People want to learn. People understand that you cannot trade successfully if you don't have the correct education. And we've worked very, very hard to go out there and I'm going to even use the word enforce this view on people to make sure that they understand you can't be successful at anything if you don't have the correct education and experience. We saw too many people trading, losing money just because they were either too lazy to learn, or they didn't get the correct place to go and study. And we thought we have to change that.
Would you say that the local market is matured enough in the CFD space, given the influx of overseas brokers that are coming to our shores?
I think there are far too many brokers competing for the same clientele, but that goes across the world, not just in South Africa. It is a lucrative business. People are they're really excited to get involved. That's forced us into a situation where we no longer just offer trading to people. We've started a proprietary trading firm where we take good traders and we provide them with funds to trade. And that's made a huge difference to us as a business. It's given us the competitive edge, so to speak.
I mean, let's talk about regulation, particularly in terms of how people who are interested in trading can be protected. Is there a way to distinguish and tell if this is a genuine broker and those who are just fly-by-nights and they're here to make a quick buck and then leave the country or close down?
Yeah. The best and the first thing that I always advise people to do is you need to go to the FSCA website and check if the broker that you're dealing with is actually licensed. That would go for all South African companies. There are many brokers that compete in the South African marketplace that are not from South Africa. Right. So they will not be licensed for no other reason that they're not a local entity. And therefore they don't fall under the oversight of the FSCA. But yeah, I would say the first step is to make sure that the broker you're dealing with is licensed.
All right. Thank you very much. Hardus Van Pletsen is the CEO of QuickTrade, who's joining us virtually on our Traders Corner. Remember to join us again next week here on Morning Live. This is Bottom Line. And of course, Morning Live continues with Leon and Sakina.